Guys, big news. Yes, 3.21 did go live earlier today. By the time the patch notes came out, this little duck was in bed. I'm trying to get my sleeping patterns online for CitizenCon. And basically, yeah, I didn't get a chance to make it because patch notes. But don't fear, I did see it. Yes, I was downloading it. The patch notes did come out a lot later, which was weird. But what does this mean for you? What does this mean for Star Citizen? Well, what this basically means now is that 3.21 is now live. They can also go run, copy that, put it onto the PTU, which is still up and running, by the way. And that should be hint. And what they're going to be doing is they're going to be dropping this new 3.21 build for what I believe is going to be CitizenCon or a few days after CitizenCon at the most. So guys, yes, they will be dropping a new PTU patch which will be run in tandem with the 3.21 build. It's going to be a copy or a clone of the 3.21 build with this new separation of the replication layer and basically setting it up and getting it ready for server meshing, which for what we've been saying for months now is likely to happen early next year to mid next year. If you hang around the Discord, you watch any of my other videos, you will know that we've been saying this for a while now. But it was supposed to be the end of this year, but with 3.18 it pushed everything back from what I've heard. So guys, at the end of the day, why is this a big thing? Them separating the replication layer is obviously setting up for server meshing, right? You hear a lot of people say that, but it doesn't exactly mean or doesn't exactly tell you what it means. So every server at the moment goes through and stores where things are. They store where items are, where your ships are, and everything like that, right? What you're doing, etc., etc., etc. When that crashes, or when that, well, actually, not anymore with the entities, but especially with what you're doing with the missions and stuff like that, right? What happens is when that server crashes, you lose everything, right? You lose your position, you lose what mission you're on, etc., etc., etc. Separation of the replication layer means that there's going to be one replicator layer that is storing all that information. Your server will just be accessing and sending and receiving data backwards and forwards, and then when that server crashes, what will happen is you'll most likely get a pause screen on your screen. It'll say reconnecting to different server or reconnecting to new server, and then you'll be able to continue on with what you're doing, because it's the replication layer that stores all this information. The server is just simply accessing it from the replication layer and is just simply updating the replication layer all the time. And then when the replication layer crashes, the server crashes, well, no big deal because it's the replication layer that stores it all. So yes, this is a very big thing. This is setting up for static server meshing, which, like I said, is most likely going to be happening early this next year. So I would say early to mid next year. And that would be my prediction. But at the end of the day, guys, obviously this also should help with frame rate, server tick rate, AI, stuff like that. The big thing is obviously server meshing. That's going to help with the AI a lot, hopefully. But we also should start seeing some improvements when it comes to the separation of the replication layer as well. But guys, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. When do you think we're going to get this new 3.21 I don't know, replication layer patch? So replication layer RLP, we'll call it RLP. When do you think we're going to get the 3.21 RLP patch? I'm suggesting it's going to be CitizenCon. It's going to drop, and they might actually even show us this at CitizenCon. Maybe even early versions of server meshing. I don't know if they're ready for that, but yeah, we'll probably definitely see the separation of the replication layer as well. But guys, let's know what your thoughts are in the comment section below, and I expect this is most likely going to be in the first keynote or the first thing, like the whole Star Engine and the future of Star Engine. I believe that's going to deal with like the replication layer, the server meshing, static and dynamic and stuff like that. And here's also a big thing too. Once all this core tech is in, there shouldn't be a need for a lot of wipes. Because at the moment, the reason why they're having to wipe the databases is because they're updating things. For example, there's new code that's been added into the old one. And this is where Jared was talking about, right? Like the 3.18 build was a 3.18, 3.19 build using the same code base, right? The same base system. And then the 3.20 was a new code base. 3.21, a new code base. Actually, I think the 3.20 and 3.21 were the same code base. But, like I say, yeah, it's once they've got the code base set with server meshing and replication layer separation and everything like that, there shouldn't be a lot of reasons to do a wipe. We might actually be getting at the end stages of Star Citizen's development when it comes to these big core systems. Obviously, they'll still need to add a lot of more planets, a lot more systems. That sort of stuff they can go through and they can add easily. They don't need to do a wipe necessarily for all that. So at the end of the day, it's just the core systems. And we might actually be even getting out of alpha and getting into a beta phase. Technically, an alpha is when there's no more core systems to be added. Server meshing dynamic would be that. So in the next few years, we might even be getting out of the alpha phase and getting in towards a beta phase for Star Citizen. But guys, let me know what your thoughts are in that comment section below. Are you excited for this? I am so pumped. Let's go, baby. Let's bring on the separation, the replication layer. Let's bring on server meshing. And guys, we will be streaming, obviously, Star Citizen, the CitizenCon, on this channel. It will be on the YouTube channel. We're not going to put it on Twitch, so Jared can watch it with us. But guys, let us know what your thoughts are in that comment section below. And we'll see you in CitizenCon. And by the way, if you want to join us in the Discord, feel free. Obviously, strict rules are going to apply. No spamming, no unwanted talking. We don't mind if people discuss things, but like you come in talking about your cat, you're going to get booted. But obviously, that worst case scenario, also feel free to sit in the chat in the channel, and we'll be answering any questions and talking about stuff like that as well. At the moment, it's John, me, Fez, and maybe some others. Have a great night, guys. See you at CitizenCon. So pumped.